Finally, I got some content for y'all. So we're gonna be working on this 2017. Not gonna like waste my time getting into details, cause I know like people between like shorts and reels and stuff, people got like is either like the IQ ain't right or the attention span ain't right. I don't think it's just one or just one by itself or whatever. I think it's just both of them. Hit the goddamn like button. Hit the subscribe button. This is a 2017 Honda Civic SI and 1.5 liter turbo. We're going to be doing this, a 6-speed by the way. They only come 6-speed, their size. We're going to be doing an engine replacement, so make sure y'all like stick around if you want to piece this video on like a couple series. Maybe I'll turn it to a series or whatever, but I'll try to keep the time, like at least the duration of the video down, so that way you ain't all bored and skipping because you're just not like in a, how can I say it? You're not in a position to be like adding some more education on top of the education you already got. So I might be boring to you, is what I'm saying. Hit that fucking like button and let's go. The engine bay don't really look like sophisticated or nothing like that, and we know that I do a lot of like heavy type work pretty much. I'm the heavy line guy. Buddy, please buddy, give me a second. It's either Buddy or Malik, they don't give me a second. Like he just went out, like and he ate all of that. If anything, when he's with me, he's always expecting a snack every 2 seconds, cause I be spoiling them or whatever. Anyway, the engine bay don't look sophisticated. I usually map up what I'm gonna do without like chit-chatting too much and like a lot of the connections. I can able to gauge that I'm gonna leave the engine harness on the engine, and I'll take that completely together with the engine, which leaves me to take out the airbox and to get that like the battery tray, and of course like the intercooling stuff, like just the piping on the side that can stay in there. And I'm gonna make some room as I go. I probably like make stuff up. I do got repair manual steps that I'm gonna gauge just to go through it. Not like that guy to like watch YouTube videos to follow people. So enough chit chatting, let's go. First things first, we're gonna get the battery out of here. I don't know how you want to do the order. I don't care. That's your car. Figure it out. Just like how I'm figuring it out. Just make sure I get that at the bottom. But for now, just leave that guy right there. You come off. I did charge the battery up. It was a little low. Let's get you out. Yeah, let's go, little guy. Put this in the back of the car. See how we can get this battery tray out. Come straight out for change. But there's another bracket. If you must know, right below it. Do I need to show you what it is? I think I should get that out just in case I need room to maneuver. But then again, that looks like one of those. We might leave that in there. Let's leave that in there. I don't think we should like take that out. I might be cool. If I got to, I will. I'm only saying that because the back bracket runs below and I don't feel like digging under there to try to like get it out. If it's not worth it, then I'll just leave it there. If it's worth it, then I'll get it out. You understand what I'm saying? Now remember, this is like more so like I'm instructing, so don't be, and you're not paying me. Like you should be thankful I'm doing a job like this. What I'm saying, I don't want to be hearing people cry, oh you didn't show this or you didn't show that. This is more so like a learning type video, so you can attempt a job, or maybe this can be showed in college type of training course, or one of those technical schools like UTI, whatever they do, ACC, Wyotech, all that, NASCAR, whatever, I don't care. Power cable, I want to take my fingernail and pinch in the 2 tabs on the side. This is how you can be able to reuse this pushing like riveted type of clip. Why? Because you saved it. People like usually rip it off, and then there's a tab. You know, like lift off one of my finger now, just to get this out the way, because I want to remove this bracket. This bracket looks like it's held in with the 10mm bolt, and one more right there. So I'm just heading them right now. I will hook up my GoPro. I mean, kind of like don't feel like it at the moment. I didn't even like charge it. In between like the shaking and stuff, it's annoying. So I may upgrade the GoPro. It is what it is. So let's, a little fancy there for a second. Let's see if we can get this bracket out. We got more to go. Get out my way. Gotta put that in the back of the car in a second. So I'm gonna gauge what else I need to remove. I imagine, I got one more pressing type riveted thingies with the tabs that I just pressed out. Get that off. Now I'm just gonna follow down where this bracket go to. Okay, it follows down more. There's another 10mm bolt, literally. So I'm gonna get in there with like I got like a swivel 10, right? With an extension. Let me hook that up. Let's see if I can hit this in one shot. Now I could use my headlamps. I just don't want to play with the way the video comes out. I don't have to adjust the camera. So I have it in manual. Basically, I literally adjust it to this so you can see good. Oh, literally missed it. Get back on there. A little aggressive. Come on. Embarrassing me. Come on. Based on the bracket, all movable now. That lets me know that was the last bolt. Alright. Now, like I said, you better figure out this angle on your own. You should have an idea. There's only 3 bolts holding this in. So I'm going to put that in a battery tray. Then I'm going to put the 3 bolts in there just so we all on the same page, along with this nut and cover the cable. Sounds like I got a phone call. Looks like it's getting a button. Now we're proceeding. What else we got? Let me gauge this out, and we're gonna, let's get the airbox out. Before I get the airbox out, I wanted to get the connectors out for the PCM. Just literally slip your fingernail in there, small pick, you know, go all aggressive. I'm gonna work this connector for the master flow sensor. Then it's got that fancy connector like I told you before. I mean, not connector, the clip, like this riveted one. So get in there, squeeze it too. It's literally one of those things. I don't know if you can see it good, but they literally press in there, squeeze them in, bam, you can slip it out. So I keep this out on the table because I'll be using that again along with the pick right behind me. So this is like movable. I guess for this connector, it probably could have stayed, but let's put it back in there because that's on the car side. This is on. You get what I'm going? There's another connector that I'm going to reach for once I get this airbox out. That's going to allow me to move this whole thing off because I'm leaving the whole engine harness on the engine. I'm taking the engine and the transmission out. And like I said, the dealer, they do this from the top. I mean from the bottom, so they have to lift. This can be done from the top. If you, like me, it's usually a 1, 2, 3 process most of the time. I'm only saying that because I do engines all the time. So I'm in my box on the side, deciding which tools I'm trying to like prepare for that way I can get this intake off. And I'm talking at the same time. I don't even know. Oh, they take the engines out from the bottom basically. So for me, I gotta get another size. It's not like a problem. Usually I do heavy work all the time, so I'm pretty good at doing my own calculations, and the amount of time they can do it, I can do it too, so it is what it is. I'm me. Everybody don't work like this, so that's just how it is. Looks like we got, for, I believe, the whole thing I can get away. So, to me, if I'm right, if you look down there, it's a 10, and there's a 10 right here, so it looks like I need to set up a long extension guide along with a 10 that I already have. Bam. I got this board in the way, so that's kind of annoying. See if we can wing it around because I need torque. Bam. Leave that there. I want to see if I can get it out with a magnet. Okay, looks like it stays in there probably, so let's put the magnet back. So that's good. And I'm gonna get that one too. So I should be able to lift up on the, I don't wanna clip that back in there. There we go. Come on, give me something. We're missing something. Okay, we got movement though. All right. Let me see something. All right, let me gauge something. Okay, looks like I need to unscrew this more. easily snap that back. Let me take the top half off just to see if I got a bolt under. What I'm gonna do, there's a bolt for the computer. There's one more since we already took one off in the beginning just to get the bracket off because they sit on top of each other. Taking this 10 out. I need a magnet. It's plenty. Bam, got you. Sit this off to the side. I'll come back to that. Might get this out. And this bracket, whole thing, just park that there, which gives me room to see why, or maybe we could just come straight up. Come on. Here we go. This boot right here is it's dry, and the hole for it is probably why I was fighting with it, so I just lube it up when we're going back together. A box that says do not remove. So if you're looking right here, just grab the tabs and remove it. Comes out just like that. Whatever. Requiring any warranty no more, so who cares? 2 white connectors, just get your thumb, regular connectors, just push them in and they literally come out if you know how to take out a connector. One more tab with your fingernail to get the whole thing out, and looking on the bottom, trying to see where we could be connected, because I could use my thumb again to lift up on this tab to allow me to free that, and we have a little bit more to do, which I need to take this cover off, get this off to the side, and want to grab, I believe these are 8s. I'm not going to use impact on it. Why? Because for like applications like this, or at least things that are, it just don't require a trick. I'm not going to sit there and explain myself. It's not like a heavy duty part. So all electrical components don't need to be all cranked down hard like you're doing suspension parts. Clearly I've never been off before, but when I go back on, I ain't going to sure as hell muscle it back on. It's a small bolt, make sure it's torqued down right, and keep it moving. Assuming these, maybe they don't come out, or they do come out. I'll take both of them out at the same time. I could have used an impact at this point, put an adapter on, but I don't feel like looking for my quarter. Almost got me. Almost fell. So, pull it out. And these are dummy proof. They go on one way, so you can't mix them up. And with this, should be able to sit this on over on the engine for now. At least we know on this side we Gucci. So I want to put these bolts back in here. Guess I know where to find them. There's one more connector I need to get out. That's simple. So let's put the box back on. So this Gucci. Put the box back over here. So nothing like gets in the way. We good, and then we're gonna put you back up here, lift up on this tab. We cool. So now you can sit on the motor too. There's a ground wire sitting on the mount if you want to go ahead and get that off, since we right there. However end you want to do it, I do it on the mount end. We'll let it hang on the frame, and really on this side, as far as connections, we Gucci. Now there is slave cylinder, which I need to jack the car up, but I'm going to leave that last, because actually let's take the slave cylinder out. I want to take the 2 bolts off, and I want to leave the line off, and assuming I don't want to lose fluid or nothing like that. Ain't nobody going to press the damn pedal or whatever. So I'm just going to remove it, back it off, and let it hang off to the side. And there's a bolt on the transmission. It looks like a 12, and let's get that off. I want to skip a step. I'm going through my steps, so my order is all over the place. But I want to get these, looks like 10s. If I can find a 10. I want to get this intake, or at least the intercooler pipe off. So I'm going to start with these bolts. See if I can finesse them out by hand with this other one. Double time. Probably upgrade this pipe right here. So I'm kind of just basically stripping down the engine much as I can just to make it more roomy. Let's put this right here for a second. I'm going to get this connector off of here. It's like a temp sensor. Come on. Uh-oh. It snaps right back in there. Yeah. There we go. The tabs be a little aggressive. I'm going to take my small pliers just to get this clamp off. Come on. And hopefully I can use that widget. If not, I may have to move this up to get this going because it's never been off probably in a long time, or if anything ever. So bam, I like to do that. That's just soapy water. If you watch me, I usually use that method. People might be against it. I'm me, so if you don't like what I do I care? Dude. Oh, I could do it from the other way. Figure since I'm already over here, might as well keep going. So I'm just trying to. Come on, I'll be bashful. Come on. Come on. Oh, damn. Feisty mother effer. I'm gonna take my favorite screwdriver, which is the only one from Snap on this one, and going to rotate the band clamp on the back for the connector, which I'm going to do the other one. I'm going to use the stubby. I could just get away with just using the 8mm, which is tight. So here we go. Usually those clamps are supposed to be on there tight. So you don't want it to pop, especially if you turn up the boost. I had that issue before. So I don't really like plastic and stuff when you're trying to get performance. Just be annoying. Alright, that was the band, like the clamp adjuster. And just twist it enough to, you might have to spray that up. You can't see what I'm doing. Just use your imagination. Y'all come in here and help me with the camera and stuff. Let me get that off. Basically gonna pull this out from this end. There we go. And want to reach under here with my fancy pliers just to release this. I'm not breaking this, so I like to do it a certain way. So give me a second. I want to waste time. Let's see if I can. Come on. Here we go. Let's put that there for a second so that's out the way. I can start doing the hoses. So I apologize, I'm all over the place. This hose I thought I was going to take off. Looked like one of them pain in the ass ones, so I'm just flap it up and get my radiator hoses. Like I said, adjust my pliers. I do got the hose tool, but I like using pliers if I have to. You want to adjust with this one locked on its own too. That thought was good. So if you squeeze it back at a certain point, you can get the lock. If you move your plier out the way at a certain point, but I think I shouldn't fight with it because I already had it once and I'm up here trying to be fancy because I got one to lock. So once I adjust this, I'm gonna just move it over. I don't even care. Sorry for the extra talking. Come on, there we go. And should be able to wiggle the hose. Probably never should be always right because it don't come up that simple. So I'm just gonna poke it, not poke it, but insert it because it got a flat surface and I can literally get in like tight spots or whatever, and I can see I got it to move. Here we go. Got this shit squirting. Adjust the radiator. Just take the cap off, and that way help release the pressure because I was just shooting out. So I'm gonna try to wiggle. Now I'm gonna grab another catch can. The GP. So I don't want no smoke. Zero smoke, you feel me? next to it. Right, side by side. And let it rip. If it gets on the ground, I'm not going to be mad. I'll just clean it. So I just force this hose like to point down. Let it drain out what it can out of the radiator. So that's pointing down. Let me verify underneath if I got like a crazy leak. For the most part, I caught most of it. Got a little bit on the ground. It's not bad. Gotta mop these floors today anyway because it look like they look bad, and watching old videos inspired me to clean up here. Alright, so what's next? Let's get the upper. So I want to rupture the surface. Just getting my... Yo, go sit down, Paul. Sit down. I'll take you out in a couple minutes. Actually, it's lunchtime. Been nice if I had the radiator tool because I've been able to finesse this, but I have to keep wiggling it to... Oh, shit. Yeah, come on. Radiator hose is annoying. Whew. Or at least the clamp was pinching. Give me a second. I might have to get this clamp around. Here we go. You have to muscle this one because I couldn't get my little mini screwdriver in there. Well, if you got the hook tool, you can use that. Usually, since it's the upper hose, there'll be nothing coming out. So if you want, just leave that off right there or tuck it under so we done for that part. There's some hoses, like this vacuum hose. There's another one to go back to the brake booster. I'm gonna hit that. Or at least the evap hose, that right there. And this one go back to the brake booster. You can leave it in on the engine side. Or the engine side I'm taking it off on. But I'm gonna unhook it here so this hose stays on the engine, or take it off. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. It's on some damn hook. There's like a cover here. I'm gonna remove the two 10mm bolts and the cover for the fuel line, and that's easy. Just squeeze it in, the quick connect. And on the car side, or two more things to do: the heater hose, the in and out hose. So however you want to do it, I'm gonna go at the neck part right here, and should be able to get those off and wing them off to the side, and verify some extra connections on the left side just to make sure we Gucci. Or at least I want to take this coolant tank out because I got to get the mount out when I'm ready to take the engine out. I got space to get this mount out already, and when that's all said and done, I'm going to get the intercooler pipe. After that, jack the car up because I want to get the AC compressor out and undo the axles off the engine along with the bracket on the, I guess it's like an intermediate shaft nowadays for these 4-bangers. So get that bracket off, take the whole thing out most likely, and I'm going to bolt back up the suspension because I want to put the car back down, and we getting there. Point this away out of the camera so it's not blinding. Come on. There we go. Now I already went ahead and did the two hoses I talked about. If you don't know what I'm talking about and you can't get the hoses, not like you shouldn't be watching this video. You should be thankful I'm doing it. You should already be like mechanically inclined to like a degree to understand like some of these directions I'm giving you. So this is a cover. Don't lose that. Squeeze the tabs. Should be wearing safety glasses too. I mean, I know I should be wearing them or whatever. You should be wearing them. But don't worry about me. Now, or at least I can take my finger now, I believe, to, oh, but that literally comes out. I don't have to worry about that. It's about to get fancy and take the whole thing out. So I just like to close my eyes, really, look down, squeeze the tabs, and rotate it off. Whatever the fuel goes, that's where it goes. Just look, by the time you look up in 2 seconds, the fuel already, it ain't gonna be spilling out, splashing. Some gonna come out a little bit, but like I said, it is what it is. We Gucci, so proceed. If you want to cover that up with something, you can. Most likely it just dry up, and then this thing smell like fuel in here. This all fuel line, and this fuel line is going to stay on the engine. So what I'm gonna do is grab a zip tie, just to keep it on the engine when I'm jacking it up. It's not in the way, and it's not like getting damaged or nothing. So if you want to still like my idea, you can go ahead. I don't care, but that's what I'm finna do. So Slip under there, right? You know what I mean? Bam. So that way you're already on the engine. And this was the one that was on the manifold for the brake booster, so I took it off the manifold. And what about your belts and stuff? That's gonna stay on there, and the rest of your harnesses and stuff. 'Cause there is no connection, at least this ground wire. You're gonna take off this mount. We worry about that in a second. Most of your connections we did on the right side already. Everything on the engine stays on. I'm going for the heater hoses. Get your ass out of here. Get you over there so that way y'all can see the damn shit. Now I'm gonna spray this up too, soapy water. I ain't a fan of doing PB blast. Let me get some better pliers because I don't like what I got to use. And I had some better ones. I don't know where the hell they went. All the way in the goddamn back. All the way in the goddamn back. Get your ass out. God damn it. Let's go. My fault hitting the camera, y'all. So, yeah. Snappy guy. That one locks too. You can get it to lock. Oh. And I just rotate it far up enough where I can get it to move out the way to do my thing. And I just rough the surface with the pliers. Don't put aggressive pressure on it. Just enough to get it to turn. Once it turns, move it out. It's coming out, just it's taking a lot. We should have already had our drain pan and everything. Designated spot. And make sure you know where these go. You don't lose your position, but these routed a certain ways by memory. You should know how it goes back, so that's free. I gotta muscle the other one. It would have helped if I would have took them out of there. Let's try it. Oh, that hurt. Oh, cut myself. All right, so definitely got some blood to make like some type of whatever. Got some stuff in here. I'll wrap this up if we can get it to wrap right. I'm gonna lock it down with some tape too. So I'm down 9 fingers. That's crazy, right? It is what it is. So what had happened, I ran into some plastic from the force of me. Like, I don't know. The way I was, I don't know, it snapped back or at least that the force from it coming off or something because I had to pull on it pretty hard. So, it's kind of working this around. It's crazy, right? I did put like peroxide and stuff like that. Like, that shit stung. Later on, I'm going to do alcohol. That shit going to burn more. So at least I'm going to wrap this up good enough. And I'm going to keep pressure on it because it was a nice slice. And on top of that, whatever, I don't want no problems or whatever. It was a nice slice, so let's get that cleaned up. After the injury, hoses is out. Put them off to the side. There are 2 cotter pins for the shift cable. If you want to fish those out with your fingers, they should be able to come out. If not, you'll need like a pick or something. Somebody's calling me. I'm not going to answer. Screwdriver's right here. Just mess that out. Let's get it. Oh, okay. It helps if you move. Unhook it from one side first, and then lift it up. Set that up there, and then I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. Unhook the one side, and then pull out. Bam. Next, lift up. Should be able to come straight up. Just like that. Now you're going to have to work these C-clips off. They're a pain in the ass. However you get them off, that's going to be on you. I always got to dig in there with something. And get in there like, all these damn needle nose pliers. And somehow do some finessing. And I always win. Come on. I was able to wing it out. I had to use a small baby hammer with screwdriver, and I angled it from up here and tapped it and was able to get it free. So now I'm in there with the pliers, trying to, nope, not friendly. See if I can have to whack it some more. I'm gonna grab the hammer just to tap the edge. There we go. Now I should be able to wedge more. Here we go. Here we go. One more, I think. Two more. Come on. Embarrassing me. Now those people skip steps. But this is, I wish I could say this is live, but I'm really showing y'all my struggles and stuff basically. Let's try pliers. That one in there. Let me keep. So now I should be able to. Ooh, that hurt. Ooh. Oh God. Hit like right there. That's woo. Don't need to explain that. Just be careful. You're gonna hurt yourself. So I'm gonna have to somehow maneuver this back the other way. As long as it fell down, I can always retrieve it on the shield. Now I'm gonna push in. Come on. This one you might gotta, here we go. Let's leave those off to the side. You can leave the bracket on there and just verify some other stuff. So let's jack this car up. I'll worry about the sleeve cylinder last, but underneath, I need to do a few things. I'm gonna remove this axle nut. Under the jack, I'll be able to push it in. If not, then put the axle nut back on. Drive it in a little bit more. Should be able to, which is, seems to me is going in there. Now I grab an air hammer and then drive it out because it got like a point where in the center that's already punched for me to start driving it out. So I'm not going to whack it because I don't want to mess up the axle nut. So looks like that's what I'll be doing. Next I'm going to do the 3 bolts underneath. Imagine, oh, I didn't get a call on the ground. I was definitely suspect. But I needed to do what I needed to do. I'm trying to get these, there's a triangular pattern for the ball joint. I shouldn't have to tell you what a ball joint is. It's nuts for it, so you don't have to do the one main nut. You can do the 3. Keep it short, and those are 17. I always turn away because I ain't got to say the blade wrong. Alright, hit my head, definitely. So take 3. Put them under the jack. And you should be able to get a pry bar. Or, if you're strong enough, I don't know how it's going to go, so I'm just going to assume that I can get it out of the pry bar. So now I'm free. Grab the air hammer and drive that in, see if we can get the axle out. You might not have access to air hammer, whatever how you do it, just buy another axle nut because I imagine you're going to whack it. Do not hammer it without a nut on it or something on it. Look like they ain't do nothing. Sit your butt down, punk! Alright, let's put some, let's move the hub away, see if that can. I already warned y'all to be prepared to get an axle nut because I knew this was going to happen. So basically the axle is stuck in the hub, so I'm trying to... It's driving in there. Shouldn't have to do that though. So I'm going to keep hammering it until it goes in. Axle nut is done. Now for the axle, I ain't gonna stress about like showing y'all. You can watch one of my old videos if you're a fan. Watch one of my old videos, and you know what I mean by getting an axle out. You don't need help with this part. If you know how to get an axle out, watch a SI video or Honda video that can tell you how to take it. This is an engine. I'm not gonna be showing y'all every goddamn thing. Why? Because you ain't paid me. So you get the free version, which is your broke ass can't afford it version. Alright, axle out. Now I'm at the point where I want to lower the car so that way I got enough room to lift the engine up. I could tent it at this height. I know I can get it out, but because I'm probably going to put the car on some skates and move it over some more in case I need to put another car in here. I mean, at this point I can, but I got to make some more space. So showed you the one side. The other side is literally the same thing theoretically, and you're going to leave the intermediate shaft on the back of the block, but the axle you take out on the other side. So you got to sacrifice putting the axle nut back on just so you can whack it out the hub. Then that's what you have to do. So I'm going to put this back on, put the wheels back on, and then or at least put the ball joint back in its place so that way I can lower the car and I got enough space and height, whatever it is, to get the engine, because I'm at the point where I'm basically almost ready to come out, minus a few things I got to do.
All right, we switched to the head, the GoPro, got the head attachment on, and I'm hoping you guys can see. Maybe, I don't know, I'll try to aim it down proper, but I'm working off the bolts for the slave cylinder. I know I talked about that earlier in the video, but I'm just now doing it. Let's see. All right, so there's a 10mm nut. Put that right there, and then should be able to work the slave cylinder off. And don't press the clutch at this point. Just leave everything as is. I really mean it. Leave it as is. Don't press nothing. Next, I'm going to remove the coolant tank, basically, coolant reservoir. That's what I wanted to say. Same thing, right? Should be 2 bolts. I left something right there, but let me get away with. And now I have flexibility, but I am going to undo this holes right here. Now that I got the coolant reservoir out, I'm going to remove this cowl because I was sitting there thinking for a few minutes, trying to figure out if I got enough room, this clearance, this intake manifold right here. I don't want it to hit the bulkhead basically, or the firewall. So what I'm going to try to do is see if I can get this, at least this front end support or type of the cross bracket or whatever. I want to see if it's going to come off. Because if it don't come off, then I don't know. I got to take the manifold off. I don't want to take the manifold off. So we're going to see. So let's get this off. I'm trying to do this like super quick for y'all. Then whole thing comes off. Start with the latch, and that's 10mm. a bolt. Okay. Should be one more, right? And then another one right there. Now there's a bolt under this bracket for the AC line right here. I'm gonna throw like a nut though. However you want to get that out, that's your choice. Just letting you know. I mean, I don't have to let you know, but letting you know. Come on, get your ass out of here. Alright, you off. So put this screw back on. Should be like harnesses and stuff that you may have to like separate like right here, but if you want to leave those on there, you can. I don't feel like ripping them off just to get it out, when realistically I could just move it off to the side and save the clips and stuff from like being damaged. Work this clamp off. Like this goes to the reservoir. Pinch it around with my finger just to get some action. Yeah, that hurt it. Back that off, and now I want to rotate this. There we go. And that should come off. If it wants to come off. Cool. So now I should be able to put that off over there. Then a cooling fan. There's a 10 that's clearly down here. Right, and then one more, what I can get that with the electric ratchet, make my life a little bit more easier. Oh. Alright, get that out. Make cooling fans. Oh, I got more 10mm bolts. Alright. I gotta trying to work this. Get your ass. Alright, that's not gonna work. So I'm gonna get down in there. The 10 long guy. Just gonna remove this bracket, and that looks like some type of line. I don't know what it's for actually. Coolant line. Get that off of the radiator fan. Alright, this one's a pain in the ass to get to. Woo! Alright, got it. Alright, put those together. So now I'll be able to pull the fan out. Now I'm gonna see if I can work this damn AC compressor bolt off. Using a ratchet wrench, a long one, so that way I can get this belt off, because I forgot to take the belt off. Unless you want to try to sneak it out. If you want to cut the belt and buy another one, you can. This belt is cracked. I should have cut it, but at the same time, kind of suggest. I think I'm good. If I could get it off of one pulley and then get it off the other. One right there. I should be able to get that out of there. I forgot to take something off. I want to try to hit that right now. If I can get me a good tool set up. And that's the clamp for whatever boot this is. Oh, for the what the hell you call that damn, the intercooler stuff, intercoolant piping. So let me try to work this. This one is not as bashful, so it should be good. But pressing it. Come on, get your ass off. Your Rudy Pooty Coney candid ass. Come on. Alright. So that comes off just like that. And got the belt off. I'll probably get it off to the side. I kind of like don't care. It's really not in my way. I'll pull it out when I get it out. The AC compressor is loose. That's what you want. Looseness. And everything else is loose. The engine is pretty much loose, so I'm going to be working the side mount. Before I do the side mount, let's get this ground off. And that's this guy right here. Get that off. And I like to put one bolt back in there, and then the transmission had one. Make sure you do that at 2. And then I'm going to start chaining up the engine.
Looking like I'm making progress, right? 2. God damn it. I'm gonna lift this damn Honda up. Or the jack legs won't go underneath, so I need to lift it up a little bit more. So it's okay, it happens. And I got the engine chained up only on the engine part. I really don't care about the a small, like I got a seatbelt. I don't even want to use that. Like that's what I meant. What I mean, oh, a lot of obstacles in my way. God damn it! And I'm stuff up here in the damn corner. That don't help. So let me make some more room. Come on. You should be able to squeeze you past. Alright, so look like we're cool. I'm gonna hook the chain up. Once I get the engine out, whiz over a little bit of stuff, and now that I have a better view for you guys, y'all be able to see better view of things that I took out and shortcuts and whatnot. Let me get the trans mount off and the engine mount off, and then we go from there. It is what it is. It happens. One. Because we already changed up. I used this chain before to get an engine and trans out. This is a 4-banger, so wasn't like concerned about like weight and stuff. Put that like right over there for now, even though I should put over there. I don't have room and I don't want it to touch the windshield. These I'm gonna put next to the windshield. They're small, and that was for the reservoir. The thing I can recall, you know, these bolts will go where by memory. I'll take the last one. Put it there. There's a 14 I need to work with to get. It's like a bracket for the mount or something like that. And there is another one. I'm surprised I got it that route with a swivel. And this right here, or that's the bolt for it. It's the bracket for the AC. You gotta do that first to get to that point, right? I want to shove that right there, or put it right there. Oh my god. Oh my god, we gotta get a magnet. 17 down here. Pretty weird. Oh my god. Sockets and shit falling. God damn it. Alright, let's try this again. And I'll get the last one down here. Now it is a little tight. I ain't going certain spots it's tight. I didn't complain about it, but I'm complaining about it now. I'm trying to figure out what else needed to have come off. Because it looked like I got everything. I hope it ain't one more. One of those fancy ass mounts there. I think I'm good. I end up hoisting the engine some just to get this mount to come out. It does feel like the mount is bad. See how loose that is? Needs another mount. I'm going for the trans mount. I'm gonna try to keep the mount in there. I don't want to separate this other or remove this other bracket because it looks like it's a pain in the ass. This mount needs to get replaced too. I got play in it. So I believe, I'm hoping that's not true, that I can get away with separating this mount by only removing a 10mm bolt, which I'm trying to look for a setup right now. 1 second. That's a 12. I'm not sure if that'll move. It's like a bolt in the center, a small bolt for the bracket. Maybe if I take that bolt out, the whole mount will come out. If it is, then I'll be happy, which I am happy. I'm gonna lower this engine down more so that way I can get the mount out. Oops, that was too much. It's too much mayonnaise. I ain't used this engine hoist in months. Last time I had an engine job in here. Oh. Alright, let me finesse this out. Alright, lower it. I had to literally do some prying. Not prying on anything, I just needed a wedge against the transmission, shift it that way enough for me to sneak the bracket out, and that I did. The bracket is out. So now move this over. I have nothing keeping the engine in place, so I think I should come forward a little bit. So I'm going to start this out and make sure I got all my connections and everything off of the engine. Slave cylinder stuff. Cool, that stays. And of course, I gotta make sure nothing went over here, so it looks like I'm good to keep on going straight up. Heater hoses. I mean, they're off. I just so. Oh my God, it hurt. I keep running my fingers in this stuff. Oh my God, it hurt. I'm tired of pinching my fingers. Should be nothing. All right, let me finish getting this engine out. Nothing on that side. Everything good over here. Keep on going. I think I'm clear. Just need to make sure I don't damage nothing, like this AC line. Gotta be careful with these lines over here. It came up a little bit, but you can bend it back down. Don't be doing no like crazy bendings or whatever. It's okay if it bends a little bit. Don't be crying. Just don't be destroying nothing. And I'm out of breath, goddamn it, a little bit. It got darker. It is getting darker outside. I gotta work on like my lighting in here, but just work with me. Doing the best I can to get y'all this content. I'm gonna keep on pumping up. I'm clear of a lot of things. I didn't discharge AC. I left that in the car. That's why I separated it off of the block. So I'm free to come completely up. And that's that. Let's roll the engine over. Nothing ain't tugging. And I need to clear it a little bit more. I thought about taking the hood out, but then I'm like, I gauged it. I'm like, I don't need the hood out. Leave it in there. And that's all she wrote with this shit. I should be able to back this up now. It is dark for me in here. It definitely got dark. I guess I'll leave part 2 where I go over a little of the odds and ends, give out little tips and stuff. For the most part, the engine is out. Then I had to drop it from the bottom. Then I lower the subframe. Then I take out the steering rack. Then I do a lot of stuff to the suspension, minimum stuff. And I don't know, maybe probably a little bit faster coming out from the bottom because you leave everything in. I don't think so too much. But this was very efficient. I had room. I need to answer this phone call in a second. So this is a 2017 Honda Civic SI to be exact. And doing the engine, this is the turbo one. And part 2, I'm tired, I'm hungry, I didn't even eat, I can't even think, I can't even process my words right. I'm usually a soldier when it comes to stuff like this. So let me get some paper towel in the hole of the axle because it's leaking gear oil. But I'm done.